Good y'all boys, man. I'm back with another one. I'm back with another one, man. Another reaction, man. And today we got man allegedly bombs neighbor's house after heated feud. Nigga, we bombing shit, nigga. I gotta stop cussing. We bombing shit. I gotta stop cussing. We bombing. Let's see what they talk about, man. I got a blunt, man. If you got a blunt, spark the blunt. You already know. La 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 la. Run with me.
You know how I get down, bro. Don't play with me about my child. I make y'all move.
So he was threatening at the door to like blow my house up.
Okay.
Whoever live here, I'll make all you move about my kid. I'll blow this to the next street.
Quick question, bro. What the fuck do we got to blow it to the next? Like, what do you got, man? You got a bazooka, man? All right. I ain't gonna lie. It's late at night. I'm on some dumb shit.
Florida deputies respond when a 911 call reports multiple explosions in a West Palm Beach neighborhood. But what begins as a routine emergency dispatch quickly takes a turn as investigators uncover a deeper conflict and a neighborhood feud that may have finally reached its breaking point.
What the f is that?
The following report is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law.
911, where is the location of your emergency?
It's not an emergency.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I just walked out front and my windshield smashed, and all I can see from my camera is what looks like fire and explosion.
Moments later, deputies arrive on.
See, it be some people that like, nigga, I got a neighbor and he crazy, and then he be like, nigga, I'll blow your house up, boy. Better stop playing with me, boy. But he just talking. This nigga really did it.
Scene.
You might be able to see stuff that I can't see. Like I said, I don't have a flashlight. You can smell the gas from right here.
It smells really bad.
And then when you get here,
All right, man. We back, man. I had to go take a shit.
see the bag. She hasn't seen it. No, she's talking. She hasn't seen this. All this. There's more over here. There's this piece right here. Whatever this is, like it looks like a pipe bomb.
What?
Then it blows over here on my truck. And then if you look over here, there's a bullet hole. I noticed this with my cell phone. Also, on this side.
Hey, y'all, my energy a little lackluster, bro. I got food poisoning a little while ago, bro. I don't know, bro.
You smell the gas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I smell gas, nigga. Coming out my ass, nigga.
I know it wasn't here yesterday. I don't know what this is, what it came from, but it's like all over my tire of my truck.
Ross guides the officer through the extensive damage and debris left behind by the explosion. But with only flashlights to illuminate the scene, the full extent won't be clear until daylight.
So they just put it right there and exploded.
They had to have thrown it, because if they would have put it there, that camera and that camera would have picked them up.
Was this windshield broken before?
No, all this just happened.
No.
And you have video?
You can't see anything on the video.
No?
No, it's all like, she's got it on her thing.
I'm scared. Thoroughly.
At approximately 3 a.m., Tiffany's porch surveillance captures the first explosion. Before the blast, a faint sound can be heard, something being thrown, striking an object, and then a sudden detonation.
So this nigga got C4. So basically what you're telling me is they dealing with a nigga who got C4.
However, it isn't until 3:40 a.m. when
GG's.
Tiffany and Ross wake to the sound of two more explosions.
GG's. GG's.
Thick smoke quickly engulfs the yard, obscuring the camera's view. Moments later, the footage cuts to Ross emerging from the haze, searching for the source of the smoke. As investigators review the footage, the reality of what happened begins to sink in.
What the f is that?
What the footage doesn't capture is who's responsible for the explosion. But the victims have their own theories, pointing to an altercation just 2 weeks.
Imagine you at home chilling, bro, with your nice trucks or what you think is nice trucks, and You come outside, your shit destroyed, bro.
Earlier that may have set everything in motion.
Idea who would be doing this?
It's a neighbor, maybe. We kind of have a problem with the neighbor right now.
What's the neighbor's name?
Derek. I had to call the cops last week. Kids got into an argument and he was banging on the front door, wouldn't leave the door alone, and then threatened to blow my house up.
As the early morning sun rises, more investigators
saying,
arrive
nigga, if
and
you
begin
about to... Never mind.
documenting the scene, revealing the full extent of the damage. Cracks stretch across the SUV's windshield, along with bits and pieces of debris scattered across the front half of the vehicle. Nearby, one of the truck's passenger windows was pierced by a small projectile, shattering it, and a strange brown powder was found covering one of its tires. Detectives also located a clear plastic bottle lodged under the truck. Scattered across the ground and throughout the yard, investigators also found remains of fireworks from the brand World-Class Fireworks. Around 6 a.m., investigators attempt to make contact with Derek Sheely at the residence Ross and Tiffany mentioned,
see what dog
but
on,
no
man.
one answers the door. However, 6 hours later, they're approached by Derek's wife, Jera Sheila Gomez, who has questions of her own.
What's going on?
So, your neighbors had something blow up in their front yard.
Okay, that was the boom that we heard last night.
Yeah. Where is Derek now?
I don't know. He's
No?
probably at work somewhere.
Well,
Do you guys want to see if Derek is inside?
yeah, we will.
Is that the thing? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, you guys can come in and see this.
Okay, tell you what, hold on 1 second for me.
Okay, that's no problem because he doesn't
Yeah.
live here.
Yeah, no problem.
We were all up late last night. We all heard the boom. We all came out here to
Right.
see what was going on. And Derek actually and my daughter, they came out here to ask everybody if they were okay.
Yeah.
And everybody said they were okay.
Okay. I guess Derek has had some ongoing problems with the folks.
You a damn lie.
The car got blown up this morning.
Well, you a good shorty. You trying to hold it down.
He had one argument
Yeah,
weeks
sure.
Hey, bro, don't pay attention to this, bro. It's just hella... Shut up. Pay attention to that. nigga.
ago.
Okay. Based on that, based on evidence that we found at the scene, there is a search warrant being requested right now to search and make sure that there is no evidence of any explosive devices in there.
Oh my God.
Okay?
With the warrant finally cleared, officers and investigators move in, beginning their search of the house and surrounding property. Canine units are called in to assist,
What the fuck the
searching for
K9
any
unit finna do?
hidden clues. Inside the house, investigators discover the same brown powder found on Ross's truck tire, resting on the lid of the trash can. When they open it, they find numerous pieces of consumer pyrotechnic packaging. Among the debris, they also find a plastic water bottle wrapper, matching the one found under Ross's truck. The K9 units were alerted to a cabinet in the garage where more fireworks were found,
Yeah, I
including
think they
the
could
same
smell the
World-Class
powder or
Fireworks
something.
brand discovered at the scene of the explosion. On December 18, 2024, a warrant for Derek Sheely's arrest was signed, charging him with possession of a destructive device resulting in property damage. Later that evening, Sheely was arrested by the Okeechobee Police Department at approximately 6 p.m. Just 1 day later, on December 19th, investigators made
buck
contact
wild
with
ass nigga,
Sheely
you
at
got
the
him a
Palm
sandwich
Beach
and
County
shit.
Jail, where they conducted an interview.
What do you know about my area? So they said something about a explosive device and the destruction of property.
Gotcha. You familiar with the incident that brought all this on?
I'm kind of familiar, but I don't understand why I'm here.
Gotcha.
What do you know of the incident?
I just know some loud noise went on.
My nigga, if you gonna do the crime, do the time. No, I'm just playing. No, if you gonna do the crime, why the hell would you put all the fireworks in the trash can? Like, if you gonna do the crime, take all them fireworks things, put it in a bag, and take it like to like a random trash can, like a Popeye's trash can or something. Like, why did you leave the, like, come on now. And then you doing damage like that, nigga, you just broke their whole car. They ain't got no car.
A house next door to where I was at, and that was the last time I heard about anything. But this whole thing, it blows me because when it comes to that neighborhood, I help everybody in that neighborhood. Can't nobody in that neighborhood say one bad thing about me.
Nigga, a good liar,
Not
man.
to my face.
Yeah.
Like that.
As Derek claims to have been a helpful neighbor, the victims offer their own account. detailing a more recent conflict with him that they believe triggered the explosion.
What was the altercation about, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, it was just something with the kids.
He said his kids got into it with our boys.
Okay.
They were picking on her son. She got mad, came outside, told their kids, hey, if you don't got nothing nice to say, leave my kids alone, stay the out of our yard, stay the off our porch when we're kid cuss, when we're not home.
Okay.
That's what it is. She came back in the house. I'm getting ready to leave. The girl's out there running her mouth, talking about her, but she's not outside. I don't pay no attention. I leave. 30 minutes after I'm gone, he comes over here banging on the door.
So he was threatening at the door to, like, blow my house up.
Okay.
Investigators questioned Derek about the altercation between the children that led to him visiting the victim's house on July 7th.
And then my wife called me hysterical, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm down the street. So I went, knocked on the door. I was like, hey, come outside and talk to you, Tiffany. She like, no, I ain't coming outside. Get the on my property. I'm like, I'm trying to understand what happened with you and my daughter. Oh, I ain't got this stuff. I'll call the police. I'm like, man, listen, all I'm trying to do is figure out what happened. And listen, just when it comes to my kids, you got a problem with my kids as an adult, come to me. Don't step on my young daughter and treat her like she's an older person. And then
I do feel where he coming from though, like, nigga, don't try to press my daughter, nigga, and I'm finna blow up your cars, nigga.
left at that.
Derek's recount of events paints a far more civil dispute. This, however, contrasts with what the investigators have already seen firsthand.
Bro, there's two sides to this, bro. One side, like, okay, he did that, and they probably never gonna fuck with him again if he, like, you know, if he go back to their... They never gonna fuck with dog again. They never gonna fuck with dog again. But then on the other hand, this nigga is in trouble now.
Thanks to Tiffany's surveillance footage.
Yeah, you stood up for your daughter, but nigga, you in
What
trouble
happened with
now.
what happened with my daughter?
I have no idea what happened to your daughter.
My daughter said you called her a bitch and some.
Oh, that's hilarious. Maybe you should look at your cameras.
I just looked at my cameras. My son and your son playing with water, and he came and my daughter.
Okay, Daryl, that has nothing to do with them. A grown woman, I do not.
Yeah, a grown woman that just cussed out my child. Man, you know how I get down, bro. Don't play with me about my child. I make y'all move. Don't play with me about my child. Who give a fuck whoever the live here. I'll make all you move about my kids. I'll throw this to the next street.
When investigators confront Derek with the footage, his silence speaks volumes.
I don't call.
That's AI.
Derek also claims the
That's AI. AI crazy nowadays.
fireworks they found in the house were leftovers from last year's 4th of July. However, detectives uncovered multiple receipts showing firework purchases made throughout the year. One receipt in particular stands out, showing his wife purchasing fireworks on July 4th, 2024, just 19 days before the explosion on July 23rd. While the fireworks receipts raise questions, investigators confront Derek with the most critical piece of evidence.
Additionally, we have your DNA on parts of the devices that were used.
Damn, nigga, you caught.
At the house.
That can't be possible.
It's the ATF lab. There's no messing this up. Like, they go through processes. They ran it. You're already in our system. We know. Yeah, you're in the system. It's your DNA on it. So I'm telling you this, Derek, because.
That can't be possible.
Okay, this is a straightforward case.
Yeah.
You made threats. We found the stuff in your house, the same fuse is used, and to top it off, your DNA is on the devices. It's nobody else.
It can't be possible.
This is your chance now to come clean, Derek. I mean, just give me
No, I keep denying that shit, nigga.
that you were the one that put together these devices.
That can't be possible.
I can't sit here and tell you a lot.
Okay, that's
that nigga cold.
Put what together?
That nigga cold.
These were underneath Red's truck. Okay?
What?
Pipe bomb that blew him down.
Never seen one of them.
Derek steadfastly denies any involvement in the crime. As the pressure
This nigga just say pipe bombs? If he would have drove that bitch, it would have blew off his tire. This nigga is crazy.
mounts, he ultimately requests a lawyer and decides to end the interrogation. After the interrogation, Derek makes multiple phone calls from jail to his wife on a recorded line. In one call, he expresses an alarming thought, saying, "The only way I can get out of this is if I throw my son under the bus," and that Sheely Jr. would only get a slap on the wrist. Investigators approach Gomez in a later interview to confront her about these comments.
You know, I don't know if you've had a chance to talk to Derek much since he's been incarcerated, but, you know, we've unfortunately...
Is that like attempted murder?
Our DNA tests have come back, and so they've indicated that Derek is one of the profiles that we recovered on that device. However, there is a second profile on that device too. So we're trying to narrow down, you know, who else might have handled this thing, you know, who else might have been involved with it. Or my concern is that, you know, Derek might think that it would be easier to have somebody else take the fall for this as opposed to him, particularly things like your son.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Has he mentioned that?
No. He said something about that he was questioned about it.
Yeah.
And was it with you?
Mm-hmm.
And that you asked him, was it you? Was it your son?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was the end of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just not my problem. Not my problem. You know, whoever's DNA is on that, that's on them. I have nothing to do with any of that.
After his arrest on December 18, 2024, Derek Sheely was denied bond and charged with possession of a destructive device resulting in property damage. He's pleaded not guilty, and his next court hearing is scheduled for April 29, 2025. As the case
This shit coming up, man. If y'all like that, man, like the boy. I need a line up. Damn. I don't even got no line.